The biggest game of the week happens in Blacksburg, Virginia. Number 9 Miami against number 11 Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech's tough defense with star defensive end Jason Worlds is going to have to slow down Ja'Cory Harris and Miami offense that had been terrific for the first 2 games. Harris has shown a great ability to move away from the rush and find receivers downfield. The Miami running game looks revived with a couple of very good tailbacks in Craig Cooper and Tavares James. So if that Hokie defense, which showed some weaknesses in the first week against Alabama, but it's been pretty good since, can slow down that Miami offense, and the crowd gets into it in Blacksburg. It's one of the rowdiest places in the country to play in, Lane Stadium. That'll be the key for the Hokies stopping Miami and coming away with the victory. Over in the Big Ten at State College, Penn State, number 5 in the nation, against Iowa, 2 undefeated teams with a little history. Going back to last season, Penn State was undefeated late in the season, thinking national title, went to Iowa City, lost on a last-second field goal. It would end up being the only game the Nittany Lions lost in the regular season. Now for Iowa, the best player it had in that game, Sean Green, the running back, he's gone. He's in the NFL. It's a little different Iowa offense that relies heavily on quarterback Ricky Stanzi. For Penn State, it comes into this game having won its first 3 games, but having really not been tested as it's blown out weak opponents. The Nittany Lions also have one other issue. 2 starting linebackers, Navarro Bowman, Sean Lee, both very good players, banged up for this game, and questionable is their status going into it. In the Pac-10, the big game is number 6 Cal at Oregon. It's always an interesting game when these 2 teams get together because they have so many ties to one another. Jeff Tedford, the Cal coach, was an offensive coordinator at Oregon. There are assistants at Oregon who coached at Cal, and there are assistants at Cal who coached at Oregon. They recruit a lot of the same players. For Oregon, the Ducks' offense looked a lot better last week. Jeremy Masoli and the Ducks were looking like a high-scoring, potent offense again against Utah. They seem to have gotten on a roll now. At Cal, the Bears have one of the best running backs in the country in Javad Best. He scored 5 touchdowns last week against the Gophers of Minnesota. He's a spectacular runner with spectacular speed and is already moving to the top of the Heisman watch list.